tool up his critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm. That does help the channel grow. So these are my thoughts on Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. And I don't know why it took George Miller so long to get this movie out. I remember 2015 when that first movie, Mad Max Fury Road, came out. I was excited because I grew up on Mel Gibson's Mad Max movies, Road Warrior, Thunderdome with Tina Turner, and I was very excited about this. Now, when Tom Hardy was cast as Mad Max, I did not like that casting, I won't lie to you, but he grew on me once the movie started, and I enjoyed every bit of that movie. It is a masterpiece, a masterpiece of a film. I was really shocked that it did not make a lot of money. I thought that movie should have been $1 billion film, but it was struggling at the box office. Made a decent profit, but not as much as I think the studio wanted to make. And now you have this Furiosa film, which I was scratching my head why he would want to do a prequel series of Furiosa, even though Charlize Theron did an incredible job with the character. I would have liked to keep moving forward. Let's get another movie with Tom Hardy. But he decided to do Furiosa. We got this movie, Anya Taylor-Joy. I forgot who the younger actress is, but I got to give kudos to that young lady because she did her job. We see where Furiosa came from. We saw that we got, I don't think that was it at the time, but we did get a glimpse of the place where she was talking about, the green place in Fury Road. But we saw it in this movie, and it looks like it was a very civilized place with her and her mother and these group of people. And she comes along with these people from the Mentis crew, played by Chris Hemsworth, and you see how bad, how skilled her mother is. Her mother was very skilled, and she was well trained as well as a little girl. They made it their mission to prevent anybody from knowing that place because they knew how the world was. You had a bunch of man-eating scavengers, and I don't even think they knew about Immortal Joe and his crew, but they knew the environment was dangerous. So they made precautions like nobody lives to tell about this place. And so it was sad to see what happened to her mother. She couldn't leave her mother after her mother did. Her mother did something silly, letting that one woman live. She should have took him. She should have took her out. I think they would have survived and they would have got away. They would have probably had about 2 days ahead, but they would have been long gone by then. But she made the mistake, letting the lady live, cost her life, and of course, Furiosa is captured, and then we get the Mentis. Chris Hemsworth did an incredible job as this villain. I was worried for a second, but he knocked it out of the park as this villain, and we get to see my boys, the War Boys, return with Immortal Joe. Now, if you ask me, I still think if we're talking about energy level with the War Boys, I would say Fury Road, they had a little bit more energy when they be screaming, "Witness me!" than this movie. I didn't sense the same type of. I was excited too when they finally got to the Citadel. I'm thinking we about to hear them get really amped up. Witness me! It was kind of soft in this movie. You know, in the Fury Road, they were really amped up. Like, they're screaming, "Witness me!" and all that. You saw, like, Nicholas Hoult, when he was like, "Witness me, Blood Bank." It just wasn't as enthused as it was in the enthusiasm as it was in Fury Road. So that was kind of disappointing, but it was good to see them back, you know, do their thing, how they just jumping all over the place, and they're screaming, they're saying, "Witness me." And Immortal Joe, Victus, with his crazy behind, like, you know, he did something a little sus in this movie that I'm glad that Furiosa got away. But got to give Anya Taylor-Joy as well. She did a good job playing the younger version of Furiosa. You see what she had to go through throughout those years under Immortal Joe, so you get an understanding why she rallied. I mean, she gathered all the women and took them and got them to safe haven. But overall, this was a good film. It's not making as much money as some of us would have initially thought it was going to make, But Fury Road, it struggled at the box office. Now this movie is struggling at the box office. So I don't know if we're gonna get another Mad Max film under George Miller if this movie does not make profit. Now it was, like I said, it was a good movie. We got a lot of story. Chris Hemsworth showed that he can play a villain, because he did make you not like him, especially when he took out Furiosa's love interest, Imperial, what was his name? Imperial Jack was his name. And yeah, it sucks that this movie franchise is struggling to make a profit. Now it's still early. We'll see where it goes in the next coming weeks. I hope good word of mouth gets to it. I thought that should have happened with Fury Road, because I remember I watched it the other night with a friend. It was her first time watching it, and she enjoyed it, but she never knew about Fury Road. So that's the only problem, because this movie franchise needs to be $1 billion club. Like we talk about Avatar and all that. This is a fantastic world to be in, with the fight scenes that we see and the car chases and all that. When we saw Furiosa with Imperial Jack, whatever his name is, fighting those guys from the Mentis crew who rebelled. Well, I think they left the Mentis crew then. They was rebellion against him. And we just saw all these car scenes, these fight scenes, the sniper scenes were incredible by George Miller. The night scenes that he's able to pull off that other people seem to struggle with have been spectacular. Like, there's no doubt about it. George Miller is one of the legends in the game when it comes to filming. But it's just I don't know what's going on, why this movie franchise is not making money. But hopefully, man, I'm hoping that this movie makes at least 700 mil. So I don't want no prequel Mad Max film. I want another film that takes place after Fury Road. I don't know if it's because they don't have anybody to take on for Max. I mean, he disappeared, so he's got to be somewhere else around there. But they're talking about a prequel. I don't know if that's a good idea. I would love to see something maybe ahead after Fury Road, but maybe we'll get to see the little girl he was losing his mind to in the beginning of the Fury Road. Maybe we'll find out what happened to those people. But post comments, let me know what you guys thoughts on this movie. Did you enjoy it? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.